Guys, welcome back. Quick turnaround. Oh, wait. Let me get the maps fixed, guys, real quick.
Prepare yourselves.
Tomb of the Spider Queen coming up first. I have the second map, which is going to be Battlefield Eternity. That this will ever let me change it. Battlefield. Oh, but wait a minute.
Battle begins in 10 seconds.
There. Yeah, we're on the current patch. Sweet. Good action.
4,
On the left, sponsored by Rory. Kooks is going to be on the ETC. Turtles on the Crummy. Smithel is going to be on the Rhaegar. Poldam is going to be on the Greymane. Ara on Dahaka. Meanwhile, on the right, Wasted Potential. Nathan is going to be on the Nazebo. Daylab is going to be on the Arthas. Geo on the Stukov. Boom is going to be on the Leoric. And who did I miss? I missed Hope on the Hanzo. How do you miss the Hanzo? Really? Be honest here. Both teams coming to the mid to start here. By the way, welcome everybody. The East Division replay cast. Both of these teams. Bring up some talents for you guys since we got our cool new overlay instead of that silly other one. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. That's it. There we go. All right. I don't have quite as much time to set up with these replays because there's no, like, there's no draft or anything. Looking at these comps, we do see that the side of Wasted Potential going to be trying to rotate out the Nazebo, trying to get those stacks. Oh, and Arthas gets picked off there in the top. Solid rotation by Sponsored by Rory here. Nice job of getting in there and getting the job done. First blood for Sponsored by Rory. Meanwhile, the eternal struggle here in the bot should be a struggle for the Dahaka. Which is why we're going to see the side of Sponsored by Rory rotating in to try and get the pick on Boone. Wraithwalk coming in, but not even close. Not even close. And second kill going over to Sponsored by Rory. You know, you see it early. Solid rotations. Very powerful tool. We're going to see... Ooh, the slide out there by Crooks in a little bit, but able to slide away from Zaylab, and that's slowing Aura. Crooks actually going to be able to get the... oh, but he interrupted it himself there. End up getting that 17 in. We're going to see Chromie, of course, trying to get those stacks up. 10 so far in the first 2.5 minutes. Not bad. Not a bad start here. Nathan trying to stack up these minion kills. Oh, but a nice setup there by Crooks. Gets in, gets a huge slide, and the follow-up was good. 3-0 on the kill count here. Sponsored by Rory. Nice job of getting these picks here in the early game. Sure. And Turtles, just in general, getting a lot of good damage out. We are going to see both teams slowly inching their way close to the turn-in, but Sponsored by Rory doing a nice job of controlling these rotations. They've got Wasted Potential, you know, rotating scared right now, which makes sense. They've got a lot of burst potential over on the side of Sponsored by Rory, a lot of control in lane, and there's just not a whole lot they can do about that right now. They're going to get in and try and get the slow, but again, that face melt is generally just a good counter to the Arthas slow. Is able to just boop them away and slide if needed. Aura holding most of the gems right now over for the side of Sponsored by Rory. Has almost enough to secure the turn in. These three will do it. And you'll see Aura just rotate right on up and go ahead and cap the turn in. First Web Weaver phase going to be going over to Sponsored by Rory. There's a good opportunity for them to snowball here. If you can start to really win that race to level 10, it could be over in the first half of the game here, essentially, on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Of course, it's never over on this map when you don't have any forts left and you don't have any way to safely rotate in and contest the web weaver turn-ins. It can be pretty rough to be behind here. The slide coming in and a nice face melt to actually knock him back into the damage. Man, a very nice setup there by Crooks. I feel like a lot of times when you see the slide followed by the face melt, it actually deters from the chromie damage, but that was pretty brilliant, actually. And we are going to see the push here being prioritized in the top lane. Top lane, of course, a definite priority here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Cocktail almost enough. Ton of damage out on there to the Arthas. He's going to have to back out. Front wall achieved. Mid lane, front wall also achieved, plus a huge minion wave here. And then Smithel and friends gonna rotate on in, get some serious damage out onto this fort. Oh man, the slowing sands, damage, all there. So they get pretty much all of the front walls. Boom, getting low actually. Oh, turtles. He's looking for it. Oh, but the Wraith Walk. Oh, but he ended up getting him anyway. Whew. Oh, man. From downtown, Turtles hits it. Very nice shot there. Level 10. Very, very close to being achieved here for Sponsored by Rory. And with most of the gems still in the pockets here for Wasted Potential, it's going to be very difficult for them to get this turn in. The level 10s coming in. It's rough life. Doing a nice job of zoning here in the top. Hope trying to get that in. Ultimately, with the Chromie around level 10, it's just too hard to pick that up. So level 10s here for Sponsored by Rory. We're going to see the Ancestral Healing, Slowing Sands, Mosh Pit, First Bullet, and the Isolation. Camp picked up here in the bot lane. Gonna give them a little extra pushing power. Brooks and Smith are coming down once again. Boone gonna be caught out, but the Wraith Walk this time will be able to get him to safety. I like this call. They're gonna come down and really push with this. They have Turtles over here able to safely poke out and deny this turn-in. Zaleb not quite able to hit the Howling Blast to try and get back to the Chromie. The slide coming in onto Zaleb. Get a ton of damage, and down goes the Arthas. They will be able to protect these gems, and that's going to be 24 gems hitting the floor. And that's what I'm talking about. It can be very difficult to be able to safely come out and try and get the turn in, try and get yourself back into the game. Level 10 coming in, but again, if they need to fall back, they don't have this mid fort to fall back on anymore. The top doesn't have the front wall. Very, very difficult to play from behind here. Bronze Talons OP. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Second Web Weaver turn-in coming in here from Sponsored by Rory. We'll be able to... Oh, they're catching Nathan out too. Kind of a sloppy rotation there. Crook's gonna take one look at that and say, I think we can capitalize. And indeed they do. Webweaver's gonna be coming out directly onto this top fort. And they're gonna be looking for a lot more in this top lane. Could be looking at keep front wall at minimum right now. Level 13, not here yet, but they're gonna have some extra... Oh, from the bot, but Zaleb coming out maybe a little too far, and Crooks will secure that with the face melt. Full four-man defense here without the Arthas. Level 10s are in on the other side, though, for Wasted Potential. Gargantuan, Army of the Dead, Entomb, Dragon's Arrow, and Flailing Swipe. Front wall going down, and the Webweaver still has a little bit of health here. Probably not enough for them to make it keep play, but... Zombie Wall versus Face Melt, not very effective. But the Entomb is pretty effective. They are going to come in, but the Mosh Pit in return. Nice. Solid lurking arm there to interrupt it, though, from Geo. And all of a sudden, it's wasted potential that's on the chase. 3 levels and a talent tier down, but they are looking at the Chromie now. Get the nice, solid cleanse there from Smithel. Be able to have Turtle step back a little bit. Oh, but that mid web weaver pushing the whole time. Sponsored by Rory, just keeping him busy. And the web weaver gets the mid keep. Huge power play there. Now they're gonna have quite a bit of ways from another turn in, but they get the front wall in for both of the keeps, and backs against the wall now for wasted potential. It can be pretty tough to deal with here. Just so far behind. They're gonna have to get to 13. They're gonna have to try and take some fights. Try and get back into this one. At this point, you know, turn in at best would be pushing out the lanes. They probably wouldn't be looking for structure damage even with a turn in. So right now they just gotta kind of look to try to get the 13 and try and force a fight. But sponsored by Rory is still kind of out soaking them. Oh, Zaleb trying to sneak the turn in, but Krook's able to find him out here. First bullet actually coming down. Turtles maybe looking like he wants to pursue. Ara coming in on the bottom side there. You looking? Oh, but they find Nathan. He's a much more valuable target. When you get those kills on the Nazebo, you know he's not going to be soaking and stacking. Granted, he does have 153 at level 12, which is pretty good. Pretty solid. If they're able to make it to 20, then you can bet that he's going to have enough for that 20 talent. Not to mention they also want the 4, so extra for that voodoo ritual. But boss being picked up here sponsored by Rory, so they might have something to say about that whole level 20 thing. Lot of gems in the pockets here. Chromie scouts this out, and that's gonna proc the retreat. Now Zaleb actually going in. Just the blind sand throw there. Oh, Zaleb. That's rough. Rest of the team up here to defend against the boss. Zaleb trying to sneak his gems in bot, but they are going to end up hitting the floor instead. They will be able to get a pretty easy clear on the boss, and not enough for a web weaver turn in for sponsored by Rory. Instead, they're just going to rotate to this bot lane, push in the wave, and try and net themselves to keep out all this. Rotation is coming in from wasted potential, but Krooks goes in, gets the slide and face mount on the Nathan. But the keep is going to end up going down here. Oh, Boone getting very low. That Q almost hitting. Zaleb gets hit by the isolation, but he can't even pop army if he wanted to. Oh, man, the damage. Chromie damage, it hurts. It hurts just watching it, ladies and gentlemen. Feels are real. Now, Nathan has picked up Superstition, so, you know, should a little bit of extra protection against turtles. A 3-level deficit also makes it kind of rough to try and survive that Chromie combo. Nice zoning, slowing sands there. Trying to create some space. Zaleb, though, getting caught out there. The zoning mosh pit. Gonna force them to rotate around the other way, and Boone's gonna end up paying for that. And the final keep goes down for wasted potential. Slide in onto Nathan. He's gonna end up falling here. 13-0 right now for the side of sponsored by Rory. And now all that's left is the core. That's pretty much it. Shields and health. Gonna go ahead and rotate out and grab this camp. They do have enough for Web Weaver turning now. Boss not up yet. Still got almost a full level until 16 for the side of Wasted Potential. I don't know if they're going to have the opportunity to really try to soak it up here. Doesn't seem like it. Blue Web Weavers will go ahead and come on in. So Web Weavers camp in the mid. 3-level lead, level 16. This, I'm pretty sure all of it adds up to win condition, but I mean, caster math being what it is, ladies and gentlemen, it can be kind of an issue. And we are going to see the core's shields falling. Web Weavers will go ahead and get in on the action. That is going to be it. Game number 1. Going over to the side of Wasted Potential. The Orc also falling. $14-0. A very good performance from them here in game number 1. All right, get game number 2 set up for you guys. Got to do the login hokey pokey dance in order to open up the next replay. Do I? I don't, because this current patch feels good, man. No login hokey pokey. Go directly in. Game number 2. But they swapped sides on me. Let's switch it up. Oop. There we go. Loading into Battlefield of Eternity. On the left, Wasted Potential. Dalob on the ETC. Geo on Rhaegar. Nathan is going to be on the Vala. Hope on Alarak. And Boone playing the Malthael. On the right, sponsored by Rory. Holdam on the Greymane. Smithel on the Lieutenant Morales. Ara on Sylvanas. Brooks on Anubarak. And Turtles is going to be playing Artanis. So Battlefield of Eternity, looking at these two builds, there's quite a lot of immortal damage coming out from sponsored by Rory. Of course, there's damage coming out for Wasted Potential as well. It does look like right now Nathan is going to be going into the power Monster Hunter build, I should say. Power Hungry. A Hungering Arrow, there we go. A Hungering Arrow build. Power Hungry is something else. That's gonna be very win more here by sponsored by Rory. If they're able to get one of these immortals, Ara should be able to help them quite a bit in the push department on that Sylvanas. Smith will also on the Lieutenant Morales. Morales is actually, ooh, but Sylvanas gets isolated and blown up there. Nice job by Zaleb and Hope. Two really good displacement heroes for Wasted Potential. But anyway, what I was saying was Lieutenant Morales. But I keep getting interrupted by these amazing picks by Wasted Potential. Another slide, another telekinesis combo. And I think Wasted Potential just doesn't want me to talk about Lieutenant Morales. So I think I'm just not. I think I'm just not going to do it. But I'm just going to forget that point. So we do see Brooks trying to catch somebody out there off of Smithel's grenade, but not quite able to hit the mark. In the top lane, advantage to Boone. It's a really rough matchup for Turtles, but at the end of the day, right now in the solo laning game, all he's really got to do is just survive the lane. That'll be a nice, solid swap to get him a little bit of breathing room, but you know, you see he's not losing the lane by too much. Still very healthy front wall. So he's doing a nice job. You don't have to win it, just try not to lose it too hard. Really the bottom line. Cocktail coming in. Nice damage out. And Smithel is going with that grenade build. But anyway, the point I was going to make earlier was that Smithel on that Lieutenant Morales does have good ability to aid in the siege push with that constant sustained healing and the resource, you know, that doesn't have, you don't have to go back for mana. With that extra resource management, you are able to get some nice damage out. Not with Morales, but she's able to really help, you know, Greymane and all these other heavy siegers. Artanis also having some decent siege with the build that he's going here. And help them stay in and get some solid siege damage while Sylvanas gets the extra pushing potential, shutting down the enemy towers. And Karuk's... It's a trap! It was a trap. Trap was sprung. Now he is gone. Poor bug. We are going to see the rotation to top here, and the burn potential for wasted potential.
I seek better ground.
They do have the camp pushing in top, though, for the side of Sponsored by Rory, so good macro advantage for them. Both teams, I think they are just going to go ahead and race it out here. We'll have to see who's got the better race. Now, of course, wasted potential was already halfway ahead. Looks like they mostly won the race there anyway. Look at about a little more than half, looks like. Or right around half the shield of the Immortal. So comparable race here, both of these teams. In the early game, but of course as talents come in, that'll change. Vala will get much more powerful in the race post 7 with that double hungering arrow.
I shall march for Hell's Gate.
I believe Sylvanas also gets, yeah, Sylvanas gets a really good talent at 7 as well, so both teams will be pumping it up a bit as the game goes along. Nice telekinesis and the slide to follow it up. Kruk's barely gonna make it out before the Immortal got in on that stun chain. Aiton, though, getting kind of low. Cocktail and poison damage here from Ara. Have to back out for a moment, but it not quite back it out far enough. Geo comes in with the cleanse to try and help Nathan escape. Ah, but the chase is on. Nice telekinesis, though, from Hope to be able to zone them away. And wasted potential will walk away with a front wall. But more importantly, they won the Immortal. So it's very important for wasted potential to continue to win these Immortals so that they don't have the opportunity to really take advantage of the wins as much with that Sylvanas. Nice camp steal here. Side of Sponsored by Rory. Not wanting to really turn that into a big fight. Instead, they'll just give the camp away and live to fight another day. I did not mean to make that rhyme, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes these things just happen. Can't control it. Oh, and Malthael going down in the top lane. Ara finally deciding not to respect the solo laners agreement here. They rotate in and get the kill onto Malthael. So far, wasted potential has been winning in the team fight game, getting good picks like this one against Coldam. Nope, none of these able to get him out. They're doing a great job of getting picks, but Sponsored by Rory definitely playing the macro game better. Get that camp pushing in top right before the Immortal spawning once again. They back off and don't force a fight in favorable conditions for wasted potential. And now we're going to have to see if they are able to really win the team fight here. Sylvanas does deal a decent amount of damage, but in my opinion, she just doesn't bring a whole lot to the team fighting. A lot of her damage is spread, and it's not very precise. Oh, but the swap coming in onto Boone. He almost is able to get himself out of trouble there. Almost juke. Caleb, though, gonna have to slide his way on out of trouble. They're going to come up and be able to clear here. That's going to be a big advantage gained by Sponsored by Rory. They're going to be able to come in, get quite a lot of damage down onto this barbed. Barbed shot is in here, so a lot of extra damage for Aura onto this Immortal. And now we'll quickly get its halftime here and then try and back on out Turtles. A lot of support there from Smithel. Nice job. Couple members there. Smithel and Crooks both zoning away ETC. And now Wasted Potential having to come across the map here and defend. This is a tough position to sustain. The Rhaegar not really built for that kind of healing, but they find Aura out on the bottom end there. They get themselves another nice pick. Crooks trying to come in and get a little extra damage out, but now he's going to have to walk away. Oh, but he will not be able to walk away. Cold Am getting so low. And he gets the healing from Smithel as he gets out. Crooks will be able to also burrow charge out. And man, Wasted Potential. They get the one pick, not quite able to get more. Now they're going to have to continue to defend. They do have level 10s now, though. Be very helpful. Oh, and the combo damage onto Crooks once again. Oh my god, he was so low. Smithel with the clutch heals. Huge Ancestral onto Hope will allow him to continue his assault here. Speaking of assault, the telekinesis into the Immortal stun and Greymane falling. Aura, though, once again, a good macro. They rotate out, get some extra soak, the level 10s. By the way, 10s in for both teams. Mosh Pit, Rain, Ancestral Healing, Counter Strike, and Tormented Souls for Wasted Potential. Wailing Arrow, Web Wrap, Suppression Pulse, Stim Pack, and the first bullet. Savannah's falling here as well. But nice, solid rotations here from Wasted Potential. They're doing a nice job of putting themselves in good positions like that one to get picks. Cold Am getting low. Web Wrap, though, will be able to cancel out the Mosh Pit in the chokehold. Geo gonna have to go into wolf form and run his way on out, but Turtle's still on the chase. It's him so low, 120 health. Turtles ends up falling for his overextension and is not able to trade. Mortal Health so close here. Oh, the Wailing Arrow and Bala falls. Aura coming in, trying to push Boone away from this Immortal. Not gonna happen though. The Tormented Souls even being popped to help him be able to live through this. Oh, and Zayla not quite able to get the Ancestral from Geo. Hope gonna be able to zone with the Ancestral, with the Telekinesis, I should say. Ancestral will be back, but once again, Wasted Potential. Prioritizing the map objective. Somehow, zone off Sponsored by Rory long enough to get this. The 3-man Telekinesis combo, too. Hope. Man, what you doing? Chaos Reigns has been fully stacked. Nathan getting pulled out, though. And that's not something that Ancestral can take care of. Have to have precasted that kind of burst damage. Oh, but we do see the stim drone coming out. Oh damn, have some solid auto attack damage out of that. But Zayla will be able to slide out unscathed. Rhaegar, though, not so lucky. Everybody's favorite reindeer dog falling to the mat. But a very interesting match, very back and forth. But Wasted Potential doing a nice job in this game of not allowing Sponsored by Rory to pick up a Mortal. That's where Sylvanas is really gonna thrive. Are kind of waiting to see where Wasted Potential is. Them in the bottom. Not gonna press the issue here. They are going to be able to pick up this camp, and Sponsored by Rory will not be able to rotate in time to get the camp. Not going to contest there. Two camps pushing in the top lane, though. Plenty for Boone to have to deal with in this point. Oh, but the engage here in the bot. Web Wrap comes down onto Rhaegar. The swap coming out onto Zaleb, but he gets interrupted out of the mosh pit. And again, the Ancestral not in time to save him. The burst damage is just too strong. Nathan getting very low. And now Ara be able to shut down these towers. This is where the Sylvanas really thrives. When you get the advantage, you get the upper hand. I say that as Ara getting wrecked there by Hope, but able to Haunting Wave out. While the rest of the members of Sponsored by Rory already up here, getting some solid immortal damage, and the stun chain coming out onto Crooks. Oh, but they are going to counter engage. This time the Ancestral thrown out early enough to get to Nathan. However, Rhaegar ends up falling. First bullet not quite connecting there onto Zayla, but Smithel's in a lot of trouble. Tim Drone onto Crooks. So Nubarak gonna have some extra attack speed here. And movement speed too, why not? They will just turn around and race, and this is the moment that Wasted Potential did not want to see happen. The Immortal, almost full shielded. Gonna be going over to Sponsored by Rory. Oh, and Zaleb eating the Cursed Bullet. Lots and lots of damage. Swap onto Hope. And Hope is gonna end up falling, and this is a terrible moment for this to happen. Sponsored by Rory. Making the plays. Boone falling too. What has happened to Wasted Potential? Oh, man. As the Immortal spawns with Ara here to help it push and shut down these towers, they lose 3 members there in the mid fighting over the globes, and that is just, that's a back-breaking moment for Wasted Potential. Just devastating. Because now this push is going to go uncontested. And they've got Sylvanas, and level 16 is going to be in as soon as this cannon tower goes down. And the Immortal's still got over half its shields. First bullet comes out onto Nathan. The swap comes out as well. The nice cleanse coming in, and Ancestral from Geo. But they're going to turn around and blow up the mosh pit. Instead, Krook's getting very low. Web Wrap coming down onto Rhaegar, and now he is caught out in no man's land. Malthel falling. Geo will come shortly after, and that's got to be it. I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for them to end. Ara comes in with the Haunting Wave, able to get the extra damage there from Barb Shot as well. That is going to be it. Domination. They Sponsored by Rory. This matchup. That's all they needed. They needed exactly 1 Immortal. Push through and end the game. My team would know about that. Just ask Ribley. Alright, that is going to be it for this replay cast, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. We will be back shortly with another replay. Be replaying the next match on the list. Actually, I should probably be